It's Cyber Monday, and we are starting over. That's right, there is no better time to start your home gym than right now. And that is why we are gonna rebuild this entire gym from the ground floor up. We are gonna put right what once went wrong.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
The No Fake channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and everybody has a plan of what they would do differently if they had to start over from scratch with their home gym. And today on Cyber Monday, I'm giving you mine. The theme for my new gym would absolutely be space savings, minimalistic if it were. Somewhere along the way, I don't know how it happened, this gym got cluttered. Originally it started off with just a wide open space and almost no equipment, and then all of this equipment just happened to appear overnight. Now, I've already made some tough cuts down here, but it still feels compact, and it feels like I have to do a lot of juggling in order to get stuff into and out of position.
You can't handle the truth!
You can't claim to be trying to save home gym space and then simply go out and get pairs of every type of kettlebell there is. I will say that I love my kettlebells, and they do get used twice a week. But if I was looking to do this again, I would absolutely get simply 2 adjustable kettlebells. Now, there are tons of great adjustable kettlebells out there depending on your style of lifting and kettlebell use. For me, I love the competition kettlebells because of the handle.
And it feels different. It feels fantastic.
And the 2 big dogs in that category are Titan Fitness and Bells of Steel. Now, Titan Fitness has one that goes all the way up to 70 pounds, and it costs only $160, which is fantastic. The Bells of Steel is better in that you can change the increments of the weights to line up what you specifically want all the way down to like 1 kilogram. But it is also $100+ more. I absolutely love my fully knurled urethane dumbbell set, but I would be lying to you if I didn't say that they do take up quite a bit of floor space. And they were a massive gift for me that I bought myself when I turned the big 4-0. To save that money, and more importantly, save that space, I would absolutely go with adjustable dumbbells. And we live in a fantastic time to be alive if you're in the market for adjustable dumbbells, because there are so many options and many of them are absolutely great.
An embarrassment of riches, as they say.
As of today, which pair would I get? I flip-flop. Usually my ego is in check, and I recognize that I'm never lifting anything heavier than 100-pound dumbbells for any real sense of reps, like 4+. So with that in mind, I would go with the 100-pound power block fully knurled dumbbells. You would save some serious money compared to when I'm feeling like bulking and I'm feeling super strong and I want to have that ability to have all of the weight on those dumbbells that I can possibly handle. I would go in that case with the Rep Pepin Fast Series adjustable dumbbells. What to do about the power rack situation? This may surprise you, but I would actually get rid of my beloved Athena as well as the lat pull down and low row and take it back old school, meat and potatoes, just a 4-post rack, giving me everything I need and freeing up some of this space. Now, a lot of questions I get on this rack is, if I could do it again, would I go with the PR 4000, which this is, or the 5000? There's only 2 differences between the 2. One is the hardware. The hardware is 1 inch on the 5000. That does give you a little bit better stability, but overall, if you've got any type of extra uprights or even like a functional trainer attached to your power rack, that stability isn't needed. And the other thing that is different is the hole spacing when it comes to the bench press region. And that's why I love the PR 4000, is because you get a lot of extra options allowing you to really line up your bench press so that your lift off and re-racking is right where you want it to be. Now, would I go with Rep Fitness? The answer is, it all depends. They still offer great value, beautiful colors, and great customer service. If I wanted to go American and I was building out an entire gym, I might actually go rogue. Reason being is you can really save a ton of money if you're gonna hit that $5,000 cap on their website, because it guarantees you free shipping. Another reason that a lot of people get concerned with the PR 4000 is actually the 5/8 inch hole. But today's day and age, we are living in a life of luxury. Every company that puts out a 1 inch attachment has that 5/8 inch counterpart.
Just living the dream.
Would I just do without a functional trainer and the ability to do a lat pull down or a low row? No. We're gonna go with the Adonis cable tower. This is having your cake and eating it too. You can do a lat pull down, a low row, and you have that 2-to-1 functional trainer ability. Now, obviously, when you go with the selectorized version and you add in the Pegasus seat, which is a must, you do jack up the price to close to $3,000. I will say that this thing is a lot of business in a small amount of area. One of the downsides about the cable stack, because I know you're super duper strong, is that it only goes up to like 210 pounds. But with my current stack, I usually do super heavy low rows at like 210 or 220. So the fact that this only goes up to 210 isn't a massive issue. I can easily add weight onto the loading pin. I could use bands, or I could use a gym pin to simply crank up the weight for those super heavy days. We know when it comes to home gym equipment, there's always multiple options out there. There's always more fish in the sea. So if you don't like Rep Fitness, you could go with Prodigy, which has a very similar version. This is much more expensive when you tack on the foot plate and the seat, but it does give you a bit more customization. Rogue Fitness also has their options as well. Now, as I mentioned, if you do spend, I think, $5,000, you get free shipping on everything, which can be worth its weight in gold. They've got a lat pull down in low row, and while this isn't a functional trainer, you'd still be able to do bicep curls and tricep push downs. They also have a cable tower, which I probably think is the better option because you can do almost every functional training exercise except a cable fly, and you can still do low rows, and you could do modified lat pull downs. One of the great things about being all show and no go is that I'm just not that strong. This plate tree probably has 300 pounds extra of weight that I just don't use. So if I was doing it again, I would absolutely get 400 pounds worth of bumper plates and change plates and call it a day. I typically like bumper plates, not because I'm doing Olympic lifting or dropping my weights, but they are more quiet than their metal counterparts. And when I'm dumb and bang them into the power rack or other pieces of equipment, it tends to be more forgiving and less likely to chip. How would I store all of my brand new amazing plates? Now, I fully admit that storing your weight along the side of your power rack is the most convenient, but for some reason, I think it looks ugly, and I think it takes up a lot more space in the power rack area than you need it to. I love the plate tree. It's nice, it's compact, it's a small footprint, it stores out of the way, it holds a ton of weight, and it can hold 2 barbells to boot.
I think this one's a winner.
This entire wall would be 100% wall control, the single best way to add storage to your home gym, and more importantly, not take up any additional space. Right now I have 7. That's right, count them, 7 barbells spread across my garage gym and my basement gym, and that's 6 more than I need. If I had to do it all over again, I would get 1 barbell to rule them all. And how would I pick said barbell? The same way your dad picked your mom. Looks and looks alone. I largely don't need a massively overpowered barbell, and I kind of just pick barbells based on their aesthetics. The Living Fit murdered out black on black Cerakote barbell. This thing, if you're on a budget, is a steal of a deal. I saw a couple people deadlifting 500 pounds on this and it didn't flinch. Of course, I'm not going to put anywhere near that, but for $207, boom, this is an absolute steal. Now, if I did want to up the ante and spend more money, I would go with the double black diamond power bar. Great power bar, beautiful knurling, and beautiful colors. It all depends on what my rack color would be. I'd probably go red or stainless steel. And if you want to go American, red, white, and blue, you can go with Rogue Fitness. They obviously have their Ohio power bar, much beloved. It comes in stainless steel, it comes in Cerakote with all these great colors. When you check out my Black Friday sales page and use my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video, Santa Claus is coming to town because I'm gonna send you a special thank you gift. Auxiliary barbells. This is where the home gym would start to shine. Now, my longtime subscribers know I am over the moon with auxiliary bars, not only because they help you train through injury, but they help you prevent injury as well. And the first one I would get is a rackable curl bar. If you have a power rack, you've got to get a rackable version. Don't even question it, just go that route. And as you can see, they're a dime a dozen. I happen to have the Rep curl bar. If I could do it again, I'd probably get the same one in stainless steel, but I do feel like they're all the same. And these actually just put your wrist in a comfortable, neutral position so that you can curl, hit your biceps, and you could even do skull crushers with them, but you're not going to jack up your wrist. Now, if you like to bench, but you find that benching causes issues with your shoulders or your wrists, you got to get yourself a multi-grip bar, also known as a football bar, oftentimes referred to as a camber bar. Listen, whatever you want to call it, this is the thing to get. Now, if you're on a budget, you go with Titan Fitness. This is actually not a good price. They usually have this thing on sale for $200 almost every day of the week, so I would just kind of circle back. There's a number of these out here, but I think that if you are going to want to get the best of the best, you got to go rogue. I ended up getting this last Black Friday. It was on sale, and I absolutely love it. Don't let this price tag fool you. It is much more than this. Once you actually get the standard loadable and you go stainless steel and get yourself an extra set of handles, you got a pretty high price tag coming your way. And then, of course, you've got to pay shipping.
Pay that man his money.
If you love to deadlift, but you find that not only loading the barbell is a pain, but sometimes it jacks up your back, you want to go with an open trap bar, preferably a rackable one. I've got this Rep Fitness. I think this is the best bang for the buck. It's on sale currently. I will say that the beauty of an open trap bar, as you can see, is that it puts your hands by your sides versus in front of you, takes a little bit of stress off of your shoulders and, more importantly, your lower back. And the reason you want to get rackable is because you want to be able to do trap shrugs. These things are great for shrugs. Again, hands in a neutral position, and it allows you to target your traps way more than a straight barbell just sitting in front of you. Squats. The best leg exercise known to mankind. But unfortunately, a lot of people find when they squat that they jack up their wrists, their shoulders hurt, and the pressure on their vertebrae is something that they just can't handle. And if that's you, like it is me, you go with the safety squat bar. And again, tons of companies put these out. A lot of them are similar. I love the Rep Fitness version. I think it has really good value and a lot of extra like kind of bells and whistles and the fully knurled handles, which again, not necessary, but just one of those nice to haves. Now, if you are on a little bit of a budget, rest easy because it's a beautiful time to be a home gym owner. Competition is high, inventory is high, demand is low, and these things are always on sale. So you can go with Titan Fitness. This is a solid version. They usually have a better price than this, and they usually have a few of these on their scratch and dent section to get better savings. Giant Lifting has a version that comes in around $200. That's solid. GetRx has a beautiful version. But what about cardio? Yuck. Well, I would have a three-prong approach. Number one, I would go with an assault bike, the Devil's Bike, and I would either go with the Rogue Echo Bike or the Fringe Raptor. I think both of those are very good. I think the Raptor comes in a little bit under. Second, I would go with the Ski Trainer. The beauty of the Ski Trainer is not only that it kills calories, and it's a different form of cardio, targeting a lot more of your triceps, hamstrings, and your back, but it doesn't take up much space. You can literally bolt it right up into the wall and you're only gonna have like maybe 6 or 7 inches of depth taken up. And third, I would go with the free motion treadmill. Now, I probably should be doing more running than I am, but I think a treadmill is great not just for running, but walking. And those free motion treadmills just feel so much better than the old school motorized belt-fed treadmill that just gets so boring and doesn't equate to actually running on the road. Perfect. And the last piece of equipment I would grab that's going to take a big bite out of your wallet, but not out of your floor space, is the Freak Athlete Hyper Pro. It's not cheap, but it does so many different exercises. It is fantastic in terms of replacing a number of pieces of equipment that you don't have the space for, and the fact that it stores vertically allows you to really kind of tuck this thing out of the way. What did I miss? Where have I gone wrong? More importantly, what would you have done differently? Comment down below. Now, one thing I think we can all agree that we would have done differently is watch these 2 amazing videos next. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.